Hey, what's up, guys? Thankfully, not Headache 24 here, back again with another episode of my Ottawa Senators franchise mode series right here on NHL 18. And today, we take on the Tampa Bay Lightning in the second round. Now, I don't like to date these episodes. Originally, though, this episode, along with the USA episode that went up alongside this, they were going to be up on Saturday. And, woke up with one hell of a headache that put me down for pretty much the entire day. So that was unfortunate. So I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. But yeah, we're here now and we're ready to go. I am very eager to see how this plays out. We have home ice advantage against the Lightning. Our team is the same. However, for the first time, we are 100% healthy. So I guess we're not the same in that, Noah Dobson is back in this lineup. Finally, our defense is at 100%. And when you look at the lineup, we have so many interchangeable parts, talking about the ability to call up a Hayton, a Ty Ronning, of course, a Kotkaniemi for offensive assistance, Heiskanen and Laurent Dauphin for defensive purposes if we need them. We're in a very good spot. The question is, what are we going up against in the form of the Tampa Bay Lightning? That is the million-dollar question, and we are going to find out right now. And that top line is exactly the same. I guess to the surprise of nobody, seeing as this isn't a fantasy series. Andre Palat, Steven Stamkos, and Nikita Kucherov. Now, our top line carried the way. It was our top line and our goaltending that got us to this point. Tampa's top line, not exactly firing on all cylinders, but they were clearly effective in the first round. With the second line, Alex Killorn's still there, 2 years left on his initial deal, centered by Braden Point, who's capped out at an 85. He had 6 points in the first round. And Evgeny Dadonov has signed with Tampa, or ended up with Tampa for one reason or another. What an addition to that team he would be. 4 points so far this postseason. Drake Caggiula starts off the third line, centered by Tyler Johnson, and Taylor Radish is on the right. So you can see secondary scoring was a big thing for them in the first round. The fourth line, Adam Erne, Mikko Koivu. Mikko Koivu is still on that. He's still around. He's still here. I don't know how. He's on their fourth line. 3 points as well. 39 years old, hasn't retired yet. And Matthew Joseph is the final forward. 4 goals so far this postseason. 4 goals on 14 shots. So pretty much everybody is producing for them offensively, which is obviously quite scary. Defensively, it doesn't get much easier. The top pairing, Victor Hedman and Mikhail Sergachev. Now, they're not exactly performing to the ability that they could, but it's still Victor Hedman and Mikhail frickin' Sergachev. This is going to be tough, not to mention Ryan McDonagh stayed in Tampa. That's a hell of a good contract, too. What a top three. Eat your heart out, Nashville. I think that top three tops what the Preds have now. By far. Ludwig Byström is on that second pairing with McDonagh, a +5 and a +6, respectively. The third pairing, Jake Dotchin, 19 penalty minutes so far through one series. Shocker. They won the first round matchup in 7 games. He's on the third pairing with Ben Thomas. The goaltender is Andrei Vasilevsky, who put up a .923 save percentage, which, in all honesty, for a first-round matchup, really isn't that good. It's good enough to make it, but it's not an elite number. So .923 for him, no appearances for Stolars in that first round. 3 healthy scratches, Eric Cernak, Slater Cuckoo, and Anthony Cirelli, who hasn't exactly developed throughout the course of this run. So this Tampa team looks similar to what you would expect. A couple of additions, guys like Koivu, Evgeny Dadonov as well, and they've managed to keep the entire core, basically. So I'm scared. And like I said, our top line delivered. We needed everybody else to step up. And with that defense back in full force, I'm intrigued to see what they can do point production-wise. It's a big series. It's a big moment for this series, this franchise mode series. What can this team do? Can we overcome one hell of an obstacle in the form of the Lightning. Our focus is solely on this team. Of course, Belleville eliminated in the first round. So let's get down to it. Game 1 on home ice in Ottawa. Canada, really. Let's hope that the Sens have a downtown arena and that the franchise has turned itself around by this point. Whatever year we're in, I don't even remember. I've completely forgotten, and it's fine. No worries. First period of Game 1, and that's a strong start. Henrik Borgstrom, the top line, delivers again. We have the lead early on here in Game 1. 12 shots to 11 in our favor. Borgstrom with the goal. Second period, and we are tied. Evgeny Dadonov ties at 23 shots to 19 in our favor. So a goal apiece allowed by Vasilevsky and Shesterkin. Again, Shesterkin was great for us in the first round. Third period, we're all tied up. Let's do this. The next goal could win it. Early power play chance here for the Lightning is killed off. We have one of our own. Neither team able to take advantage of the man advantage. Under 8 minutes to go. Next goal will definitely win it at this point. But are we destined for overtime? And we're a minute away. And indeed we are. We're going to overtime in Game 1. Because of course we are. Let's get straight to the drama. Why not? As far as the overtime challenge goes, Tyson Jost or Alex Killorn. Those are my two guesses. Let's do this. Can we walk away with a victory? Power play opportunity that we can't take advantage of. What a wasted chance. 7 minutes in. Power play for Tampa. Can they take advantage? It's an extended power play. They can't score either. Under 7 to go in the first overtime. We're over 40 shots at this point. Are we destined for double OT? Yes, we are. Oh, God. Double overtime in Game 1. What a way to begin a series. 44 shots to 38. It's going to end within 5 seconds. It typically does. Make a guess. Place your bets now. I'm still saying Jost is getting the winner for us. Alex Killorn will get the winner for them. And let the countdown begin. Here we go. 1, 2, and it's over. And Tampa Bay gets the win. Evgeny Dadonov, his second goal of this contest. He ties it, and he wins it in double overtime in under 2 minutes. The Lightning take Game 1 on the road. And the crucial moment for us to look back on in this game is that missed power play opportunity in overtime. It was a delay of game penalty on Adam Ernie, and actually, no, wait, never mind. Elbowing minor on Tom. Nope, wait, yep, overtime. That's right, the double overtime. I hate that it's like overtime, and then hey, we'll just combine the overtimes. Who cares? It freaks me out sometimes, even though nothing really happened. Because you see, it's showing. You can see why I was confused, because it says delay a game, Dadonov goal, high sticking on Jost. Doesn't make sense. Of course, what we know happened was Adam Ernie took a delay of game penalty, and we couldn't take advantage of that. And in fairness, Jost took a double minor high sticking penalty that they couldn't capitalize on. But regardless, eventually, the Lightning found a way to win. So it's a 2-1 final there. We will go to Game 2. I'm not going to make any lineup changes yet. But if we head to Tampa down 2-0, we will look at making changes. We'll have to. We can't afford to sit back and wait for too long. So this, any playoff game can be considered a must-win. This is a huge game. First period of Game 2, and that's not terrible. Matt Barzal and Kevin Fiala, 2 goals, 4 minutes and 3 seconds apart. Steven Stamkos gets a goal back, but it's a 2-1 lead for us. 11 shots to 6 in our favor. So Barzal and Fiala give us the lead. Unfortunately, Stamkos cuts into it. Second period, can we at least maintain the 1-goal lead? Yes, we can, technically. Mikko Koivu, I always say Mikko, I don't know why. Mikko Koivu ties it. Matt Barzal, though, gets a goal, his second of the game. And what I wanted to check was, I thought he scored at the same timestamp, 15:25, 15:33 in the second period. So Matt Barzal stepping up, 3-2 for the Sens as we begin this third period. Needless to say, I'm nervous, but I'm feeling a little bit better. Colin White scores 52 seconds into the period to double up this lead. It's now 4-2. The Lightning with a power play, that is killed off, and we're halfway through the third. So a huge goal there for Colin White, and Peyton Krebs makes it 5. He was, of course, one of the guys we would be looking at to remove from this lineup, and he has at least bought himself another game. A statement victory for the Sens, 5-2 final, outshooting Tampa 36-24, and tying this series up in the process. Great game for Barzal. Great game all around. No complaints there. Fiala, the second star. Shesterkin with 22 saves. Don't know if I would have named him the third star. It wasn't his best game, but he did enough to help us get the win. And yet again, this series, or not yet again, but yet again, I'll reiterate that this series is now tied as we head to Tampa for games 3 and 4. In the West, Edmonton and Vegas are split 1 apiece, and St. Louis was up 2-0 on Colorado. Carolina is up 2-0 on Pittsburgh in the other Eastern Conference semifinal matchup. So Peyton Krebs bought himself some time. My one concern right now is the fourth line. And I got to admit, the person who would sit would be Zach Smith because of Craig Smith's defensive ability and his usefulness on the power play. Although Nick Paul might not be too bad. I mean, there are some guys here, like Pascal Carl could definitely play on the penalty kill. He doesn't have the 4.5 star rating, though, but that's not everything. So Smith would be the guy who would potentially sit, and I would more than likely call up Heiskanen or Dauphin. Probably Dauphin, to give him an opportunity. I gotta be honest, I want Zach Smith in this lineup. He hasn't done much. You know what? I think I'm gonna make that change. We're gonna try to create a little bit of a spark on the fourth line. I know we won the last game, but Laurent Dauphin is going to be given an opportunity. Of course, he was just a tack-on in one of these trades, if I'm not mistaken. But hey, he has some usefulness to us here. So Dauphin's coming into the lineup for Zach Smith. Of course, 81 face-off rating as well. That will help out quite a bit. So everything else remains the same. We can go best lines down in the AHL because, of course, their season is over. So let's do this. Game 3 in Tampa. That, of course, is the only lineup change that we've made because we at least walked away with a victory. Tampa still accomplished their goal, though, of taking a game on the road to begin that series. Hopefully we can neutralize that by taking Game 3 on the road. First period is scoreless. 17 shots to 11 in our favor, but nobody could find the back of the net. Second period, and unfortunately, Tampa finds its offensive touch. Nikita Kucherov and Braden Point with the goals, 27 shots to 25, but we are down 2-0 on the board. This is a crucial moment here. Do we have a comeback on the cards, or are we down 2-1 in this series? Can we find a way to beat Andrei Vasilevsky? Early power play chance for the Lightning, that is killed off, but we need something here. Halfway through the third period, a power play opportunity. That's our moment. And Tyler Johnson stole it from us. Gusev gets it back. Tyson Jost. We're not out of this. 34 seconds apart there. 3 minutes to go. Can we have a late tying goal? 3 seconds left. No, we can't. What a third period dash that was. Oh my God. 3 goals in a minute and 35 seconds. Tyler Johnson makes it 3-0 from there. Gusev and Jost, but it was too little too late. The Lightning take Game 3. Vasilevsky the first star, and deservedly so. Can't take that away from him. But what an unfortunate way to lose that game. As we prep for Game 4, and there might need to be another assessment here of the lines. Let's take a look. What were we doing here scouting-wise? We'll go Liga goaltenders for 2 weeks. That's fine. I want to mainly scout Liga and the Swedish League. The SHL. Let's take a look at what could be done here. We need a little bit of a spark. What could help do that for us? So our top line I'm still happy with, although they need to pick it up a little bit. They do need to pick it up a little bit. Second line, it's not quite where we want it. Fiala was 6 points, only the 2 for Krebs and Carl. The plus-minus is solid. Nothing for Nick Paul so far. Dauphin only had a shot in that game. And Craig Smith really hasn't done much either. I mean, the obvious decision is to take out Krebs and Carl, but it's not like they've been terrible, which was kind of my hope, is that at the very least they wouldn't have been terrible. And they certainly haven't been. But we need something. And to be honest, it might make sense to bring up 2 offensive additions to play on that third line with Fiala. And really, I'm not even suggesting that we drop Krebs and Carl from the lineup. Maybe just drop them down to the fourth line. It kind of takes away from the thought of skill for the first line, skill, defensive, physical, which is that balance that we were trying to find. But we need to throw everything we can at the wall to try, literally the wall known as Andrei Vasilevsky. That is the biggest issue right now. You know what? I think we might go for it. I think we might try to go all out here. So, Ronning, Hayton, Kotkaniemi. I would send down Dauphin and Smith, and honestly Nick Paul as well. And then I'd go back to Craig Smith, and we'd call up Heiskanen. I do believe. Kravtsov is just about ready as well. Kravtsov is ready, at least offensively. That's the issue. We have multiple players who could technically step in. Oh boy, what do I want to do here? Because my thought was Heiskanen and Carl Krebs for the fourth line, which means one person has to sit. Which means we need a center. Hayton, Kotkaniemi, Kravtsov is not a center, so he's going to sit. Which one of these two? Hayton's a better center. Barrett Hayton. Kotkaniemi's going down. And we will fix up this lineup. I don't know what to expect here. I really don't. But we'll see what happens. You know what? I'm just going to outright go best lines. It's going to take a second to switch this up, and I'm sorry for that. Also, when I hit best lines and it doesn't go through, it's going to cause it to take even longer. So that being the fourth line is fine by me. Fiala, Hayton, and Ronning have a chance to do some damage for sure. But, you know what? Gusev with 8 points. I'm going to swap Mark Stone and Gusev. And we will we'll just shuffle this around a bit. Do what we can. Carlson down to the third pairing. Power play. Oh, again, let's move Kevin Fiala there. Tyson Jost back on the power play. Hopefully he can find his game. That's certainly been one of our bigger issues with him not exactly being on form right now. Then again, you can say that about a couple of players. So, and let's see, as far as the penalty kill goes, again, it's going to be Barzal. He has one of the better defensive ratings. We're going to throw in Borgstrom. And then from there, I'm not sure. Stone's at a 5.5 or 4.5. And it can be any other random 4. So, let's, do we want to use Tyson Jost? We could. It doesn't necessarily matter. I'll just use Tyson Jost for the sake of time. And then defensively, we're fine, although I want to take out Dobson for Shabbat. And then the power play is going to be Barzal. And on the left, Henrik Borgstrom. So that is how this team has shaped up. Risky changes at this point. Absolutely. I'm not going to deny that. And it may take away from that identity, you know, that kind of well-rounded nature on this team. But no one's really getting it done for us offensively. We've had our moments. And you could argue defensively is our biggest issue. Which you might not be wrong. I'm a little bit disappointed in Thomas Shabbat. But we're going to leave it the same for now. Let's see what we can do. Best lines down in the AHL, since it really doesn't matter. And let's go for it. Game 4, we're down 2-1 in this series. But we make some big changes to try and find that offensive spark that we are going to need if we're going to overcome Andrei Vasilevsky. So let's do this. It's Game 4. First period. And there we go. Matt Barzal gets the lone goal of the first period. He's had a great series so far, and that is a huge goal for us. 9 shots apiece, but Barzal has the difference maker. That is a good start. Can we build upon that in the second period? No, we cannot. Again, it's an instance of us getting a goal in the first and Tampa getting the lone goal of the second. It's Nikita Kucherov, and you've probably noticed the shots by now. 23-14 in their favor. So as upsetting as it is for us to have lost our lead, if anything, we should be thankful. Because we're not losing, and Shesterkin's gotten the job done so far. Mikko Koivu scores 44 seconds into the period, and Tampa takes the lead. 11 minutes to go in the third, and now is the time for somebody to step up. We have a power play opportunity that we cannot take advantage of. Oh, man, we're really going to have to change up the power play, too. 1 minute to go, and the Tampa Bay Lightning take Game 4. And shockingly, at least in my opinion, we are down 3-1. All right. Well, the attempt to find a bit more of an offensive spark. I mean, we didn't give up more goals defensively in that game, so that's nice. But St. Louis swept Colorado. Vegas is up 3-1 at Edmonton, and Pittsburgh's come back to tie that. But wow, we are down 3-1. That is incredibly disappointing. And I got to be honest, Ronning was a minus. Ah, boy, what can we do here? What can we do? All right. Different strategy. Different strategy. We're going to send those two down. Bring back Smith, Paul, and Dauphin. Also going to call Zach Smith back up. And let's see. Say we want to send down that trio, even though they technically haven't been the worst. As far as a defensive player, Nathan Bastian's just a really weird player. Like, he's so solid defensively, but that's pretty much all his game is. Tobias Lindbergh was at least somewhat well-rounded. You know what, Nathan? Congratulations. It's your lucky day. We're going to go for it. Why not? We'll just keep throwing stuff at the wall until something sticks, because what do we have to lose? Right? What do we have to lose? We're down 3-1 in this series. So we are going to roll with these lines pretty much exactly how they are. It sucks, though. That second line that was so great for us previously has just completely shut down. Man, I don't know. I don't feel good about these line combos. I don't. I do not. I think I'm going to send Dauphin and Bastian back down. And we'll try a different offensive setup. Jesus Christ, EA, why? Just let me go back to roster moves. I get it. The lines aren't set. I get it. Anybody who's played this game for half a second gets it. We'll send those two down. And I can't help but think, again, a center and a right wing. But Kevin Fiala didn't work out that well with the center and a right wing. Carl and Krebs weren't terrible with Fiala. I have an idea. Is it a winning combination? I don't know. And if anything, from what we've seen so far, probably not. But you never know. It might work. That being playing Tyson Jost with Krebs and Carl and bumping up Kevin Fiala, to be honest. Borgstrom, Barzal, and Stone. Barzal's done well. I'm a little bit disappointed in Gusev. But Stone didn't really put up a point when we made a different call-up. Right. We're kind of handcuffed here. Gusev, I think you're going to get a chance on the top line again. Fiala, White, Stone, Jost, Krebs, Carl, and we'll reunite Paul, Smith, and Smith. And then defensively, how have these pairings done? Not overly well. I'm going to do something crazy and give Christian Wolanin the chance of a lifetime to play with Erik Karlsson, Yossi Dobson, Shabbat, and John Carlson. That is how we will handle it. And then the power play, I mean, to be honest, I'm not really sure. It's pretty much set up the best way it can be with Jost being there. It's just that Tyson Jost is underperforming. Just in general, this team's underperforming. And it's happening at a very rough time for us. But here, you know what, let's just swap those two. Just to see if that sparks something. Anything. With this team. Will it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm panicking a little bit. For obvious reasons. Where I don't want this series to be over. I don't want this season to be over. I feel like we've done too well. We've come too far for it to end now, but we're facing that scenario of needing 3 straight wins. And I don't know if we can pull that off. And I mean, if I'm being honest, I think you can tell by the tone of my voice, I don't think we can pull that off. And it sucks, because we did so well in that Buffalo series, and then we get to Tampa, and again, it's just the brick wall of Andrei Vasilevskiy, known as Andrei Vasilevskiy, and we don't have an answer for it, despite how good our power play, well, really, I think our power play's been okay for the most part. It's just, the third period sim, it's been rough, despite how great our team's been this season, but you know what? Let's see what happens. One game at a time. Game 5, back home in Ottawa. The season is on the line. Let's see what happens. Can we keep this run going? First period of Game 5, and it's a goal apiece. Stamkos with the opening goal. Erik Karlsson gets on the board. 12 shots to 7 in our favor. All tied up at 1. I consider that a slight victory for Tampa to not be trailing, although they did give up the lead. Second period is scoreless because, of course, it is 26 shots to 18. Third period, let's do this. Let's go. It's all or nothing here, and an early power play chance for Tampa is capitalized on. Andre Palat with the goal. Under 10 minutes to go. Oh my God, power play, please, please. Yes, Peyton Krebs. Oh, you beautiful bastard. We needed that. Can we at least get to overtime? Yes, we can. Peyton Krebs. Say what you want about trading Logan Brown and Matt Duchene. Peyton Krebs is the real deal. Whew. He scored some big goals. Probably never should have taken him out of the lineup. 39 shots to 25. Tied at 2 going to overtime here in Game 5. The fact that we've let Tampa hang around in this game scares the hell out of me. As far as the overtime challenge goes, Gusev. I'm going to go Gusev or Dadonov. Which Russian winger will end it? Overtime. Game 5. It's a must win. Can we keep the season alive? Yes, we can, and it's Pascal Carl. Oh my God. The youngsters getting it done. The rookies, the mid-season call-up rookies keep our season alive. Kick rocks, Matt Duchene. I should have gotten rid of you sooner. Peyton Krebs, and then in overtime, Pascal Carl with the overtime winner. I think from center ice, if I'm not mistaken. That was so weird. 2 points for him. He's your first star. 24 saves for Shesterkin. An assist and 5 hits for John Carlson. And the Sens live to see another day. And you know what? Maybe that will lead to conversation of, maybe if you just kept the lines together instead of panicking, good things could have happened. You might be right. We'll never know for sure. But we are going to keep the lineups the same heading into Game 6. And I got to be honest, as I was making all those changes, I'm like, hey, maybe this is a bad idea. But we went with it. And we'll see. Is there a comeback on the cards? That's 1 win down. Again, though, 1 game at a time. It's Game 6 in Tampa. Let's do this. First period. And my God, what the hell was that? For a series, for a game, a set of games that has been so conservative in terms of goal scoring. My God, 4 goals in the first period. Colin White makes it 1-0. Kucherov and Braden Point less than a minute apart give Tampa a 2-1 lead, but then Mark Stone with the goal to tie this up. 11 shots to 10, 2-2 on the scoreboard. What a way to start this game. Second period, is it going to be that ridiculous? No, it is not. It is scoreless. 24 shots to 20 in our favor. All tied up at 2 on the board. We are 20 minutes away, potentially, at least 20 minutes left in regulation. We are 20 minutes away from either forcing a Game 7 or having this series and our season ended. God, I'm nervous. Let's go. Third period. Can we find a way? 1 game at a time, 1 minute at a time. Power play opportunity that we cannot take advantage of. God, I hate it. Power play for Tampa. That's killed off as well. 6 minutes to go. Next goal wins. Game 7. Or is it over? Tyson Jost, please hold on. God damn it. Borgstrom. Henrik Borgstrom with 1 second. Oh my God, my voice gave out. It's great. I don't know if you'd consider that a voice crack or what. Henrik fucking Borgstrom with 1 second to go. What the hell was that third period? Oh my God. We are going to Game 7 in Ottawa. Unbelievable. A shootout of a first period with 2 goals each. Scoreless in the second. In the third period, Tyson Jost, who's been underperforming, gets what looks like it could be the game winner with 2:19 to go. Tyler Johnson scores with 58 seconds left in regulation to tie it. And then Henrik Borgstrom with 1 second. God. We're going to Game 7 back on home ice. I wish this was like NFL 2K5, where I could hit, like, watch highlight, and it just creates, a cutscene of how he scored. God, yes, with 1 second left. Henrik Borgstrom is the hero. Braden Point, maybe the first star of the game of the 2-point night. Colin White also had a 2-point night. John Carlson with 2 assists. Henrik Borgstrom. Oh my God. That was insane. Tyson Jost. And, oh my God. We are going to Game 7, as are Edmonton and Vegas, as are Pittsburgh and Carolina. So 3 Game 7s and a sweep heading into the conference final. The Fiala White Stone line, and then again, Jost, Krebs, and Carl. I feel like we found a new combination there. This might be it. We may have found that combination. Gusev's still been quiet, though. Only 3 goals for him. I mean, again, you look at what he did in the regular season. Back-to-back 40-goal seasons. Oh, my God. Come on. Yes! From 3-1 down to Game 7 on home ice. Winner plays either Pittsburgh or Carolina. Let's go. No more talk. Let's do this. Can we keep the season alive? 1 game at a time, 1 minute at a time. Let's do this. First period is scoreless because of course it is. Drama and such. 13 shots to 8. So I'm kind of thankful that we're not losing. Second period is also scoreless. God damn it, EA. Oh, my heart can't take it. 24 shots to 14 in their favor, but we are scoreless. Will there be an early goal at the start of the third period? That's been a trend in this series. 20 minutes left in regulation. Let's go. Oh, my God. Who will strike first? We are 5 minutes into the third period. Power play chance for the Lightning, and they score. Steven Stamkos gets the opening goal of this game. Under 9 minutes to go. Under 6 minutes to go. Very little time left. 1:49 on the board, on the clock. Oh my God. Steven Stamkos has the lone goal. And that could be it. That could be it for our season. Oh boy, I always accidentally go over to that one and I don't know why. Game settings. I'm bumping it up to 20. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, it adds more time. I know. I'm aware. If this season's gonna end, I'm going to see it. Period. If this season ends, I am going to watch it happen. Although, god damn it, this menu lag is abysmal. Screw it. We'll find out if audio's on. Oh my god. We have under 2 minutes. 2-minute warning for the Ottawa Senators here in Game 7. Can we keep our season alive? That is the question. Here we go. 150 on the clock. Top line is out. Tampa wins the draw. Sergachev to Dadonov. Oh my god. Dadonov dumps it in. Yossi can't corral it. Neither can Tampa. What is going on with the AI? Braden Point recovers. Sergachev for Hedman. The shot goes wide. Barzal recovers. 1:30 to go. It's Nikita Gusev storming through the neutral zone. Gusev looking for space. Down in the corner. Back up to the point. Karlsson for Borgstrom. Over to Yossi. He takes the shot. Deflected in front. It's loose. And, oh my god, Vasilevsky pokes it away. A battle for it on the sideboards. Tampa comes up with it. Borgstrom looks to recover. It's Braden Point now. 1:08 to go. Tampa with the puck. Point in the neutral zone. Crosses the blue line. Braden Point stepping in. Cuts back. Looking for space. Finds the man at the point. Shot is deflected wide. And there is a tripping penalty coming onto the... oh my god. On the Sens. Onto the Sens. My hopes and dreams. Big save from Shesterkin. We cannot recover the puck. Oh no, Byström at the point, shot deflects. We still haven't gotten possession. Killorn looks to get it back to the point. Byström in front, it deflects, and Tampa still has possession. Radish, now Killorn, Braden Point. 25 to go, and we cannot recover the puck. Oh no, please, somebody get it. Thank you. 19.9 to go. And Henrik Borgstrom takes the penalty that could see the end of our season. The shot block attempt that results in a trip. I hate that that's a tripping penalty this year. God, don't I hate it. Jost and Stone are out against Palat, Johnson, and Dadonov. Tyson Jost needs to win the draw, and he does. Erik Karlsson to Mark Stone. 15 to go. They're pulling the goaltender. Mark Stone looking for space in front, and a big save by Vasilevsky on Erik Karlsson. Thomas steps in, can't get the shot off. He does now, but it's too little too late. And the Tampa Bay Lightning win this series in 7. Erik Karlsson denied at the doorstep. In the final moments, a tripping call on Borgstrom and a good 30 to 35 seconds of the Sens not being able to recover and get a piece of the puck looks to have cost us, as Steven Stamkos gets the lone goal of this game. And as a result, the Tampa Bay Lightning have won this series. Here was the final chance for Karlsson, and the big kick save from Vasilevsky that sealed the game. Tampa 1, Ottawa 0, and our season comes to an end. Shesterkin was the first star, but a 25-save shutout. No matter how prolific our offense was, we get to the second round, and that can happen, especially in the postseason. Andrei Vasilevsky steals it. And that is just a horrifically disappointing loss. It'll be Tampa and Pittsburgh in the conference final, St. Louis and Edmonton. What a devastating moment for this team to have fallen short. The division leader is almost the number 1 seed. Pittsburgh was the number 1 seed, which means we wouldn't have had home ice. We averaged 2.89 goals for per game, which was 4th best in the league. However, goals against average this season, Tampa the second fewest goals allowed. We were fourth, tied for the third lowest. No surprise that it was a bit of a defensive battle at times. And I mean, you look back to some of the score lines here. 1 goal game, bit of a blowout. 1 goal game, 1 goal game, 1 goal game, 1 goal game, 1 goal game. That'll do it for this one. I don't know what the next episode will bring. I don't know what this team is going to look like heading into next season. In the next episode, though, we will wrap up the playoffs. We'll take a look at all the awards, the progress reports. We'll get into the draft, maybe a little bit further. I'm not sure. I thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Certainly, though, not the outcome that I was hoping for. And I can assume not the outcome that most of you were hoping for, although I know some people root against success. There's nothing people love more than I told you so. It's I told you so over success. Like that's the motto a lot of people live by, and I can respect that. You guys know what you can do, though, to support the video and the channel. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already done so. And click the bell. Ring the bell. By God, ref, ring the bell. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Of Notre Dame. I'm losing it. I'm sorry. Links are in the description of my Twitter and my Twitch. Give me a follow on both of those platforms if you have not already done so. If you haven't visited Twitch lately, we got some sick new emotes coming. And I'm only mentioning that because they're being finalized as I record this episode. Don't know when Twitch is going to approve them, but holy shit are they awesome. And hopefully that leads to people spending money. I'm joking. Then again, I make those jokes on Twitch all the time. My YouTube audience might not understand. It's a joke. I'm never begging for money. Unless right now where I'm begging for money to help wipe away my tears that this team lost. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. And until next time, have a good one. Take it easy. And goodbye.